And we're live. I guess. I'm fucking alive. Did you die? Bro. I mean, seriously. I am so fucked off right now. I'm supposed to carry this body to the store and do fucking grocery shopping, and I'm like, dude, I can't even carry this body right now. What happened? Dude, I went into fucking fucking anesthetic shock right there. What's up, everyone? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. Your spiritual psychoanalyst. And healer and teacher and shaman and seer and oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel. I feel like I need some dark cards. That shit was dark, bro. It was super dark in my mind. Got so scared. I got all those references though. Oh yeah, your starseed and earth angel, mystic medium, psychic witch, yogi guru, evangelist. I am your North American Sybil. Your messenger God, first child of God. Oh God, come on God. I am the Lilith reincarnated. I am. I didn't turn it down. Did I? I could have. I've been moving. I was like, I could have. Well, we're gonna have some background noise. In order to keep up with me, you had to catch my last live video, which I deleted, so you can't catch that. Somebody might have caught that shit. I was going off. But the video before that was still pretty relevant. And what I posted in my community page was, hey, I posted a video and it was all bad. Oh man, it was like that, dude. I was like looking down into the fucking Grand Canyon like, no way. First video, I was ready to drive my car straight into it. What did you see? I saw a happily ever after and I freaked. You want to know how basic it is? Okay, basically I pulled myself together and I could put it in simplistic words, but when it was happening though, the whole inner child came out. It was very childish. That's why I need someone to understand. Oh, she's gonna flip. And then just stand back. Then there's Russ. He totally knows it. He's on, watch this. I'm gonna push her buttons. Watch what comes out of her. It's always so entertaining. Shut up, dude. I'm gonna punch you one day. I'm pushing my buttons. He's fully aware of, the push and pull of this bullshit. Anyways, what happened? I'm gonna say it as basic as it is, because it's really basic. I can't even put it in words. It's so basic. I feel like a dumb hoe when I say this. I didn't take into consideration what it would take to be in a relationship with that man. Really? Yeah. I didn't know all the variables. I didn't know exactly. I just knew I wanted a relationship. I didn't realize what it was going to take. And I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is impossible. Oh, hell no. This is impossible. Oh, hell. For real? For real. For real. I was looking at it like impossibilities. And that's what was so terrifying, is because I was so in shock because I don't believe in impossible, but I was like, this is impossible. Nope, you're going to have to stay there for the rest of your life. And I was crying about saying goodbye. I can't, I'm leaving, this is where we part ways. It was really traumatic. I'm laughing about it now, but it was very traumatic. I had a lot of tears and it fucked me up. I was like, no, I have to go. I can't. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. It's funny, because you guys look at me, and it's such a fucking mirror. You look at me like, dude, it'd be impossible to be with that chick. Because you know what you're dealing with. I didn't know what I was dealing with. And I was like, oh, shit. You mean like a happily Christmas kind of family? Like all the kids and shit? Like stay-at-home wife? Like you want to... That's why I got that image so fast, bro. Okay, let's just be honest. It's going to take... I sound like a fucking child bringing it back to the surface here after I pull myself together and I talk myself down. And this is what you get to witness here. It's going to take a lot of work to just, create a life for someone. And in essence, they've got a life of their own too, right? So it's like, I didn't really take into consideration confirmation. what it was going to take to be in a relationship with you, dude. It's going to take a lot on my part. I thought it would be easy breezy cover girl. Good references in the morning video. I thought I was going to be in the covers. Wake up. That's what happened. I had a wake-up call. I was like, oh, there's kids. And there's everything. And it's really like that. Like, really? Yeah, like, really. I was chasing something. Oh, I'm scared. Oh. Really? Yeah, bro. This could really work, but it's going to take a lot of work. And before you know it, it's like, you know, comes with the whole dream real fast. I was dreaming. I was just kind of dreaming. No. And that's where it is. It was like, no. If the work isn't impossible, it was just like, no. And that's where that King of Swords came in later. After I lost my mind, I had to put it back together. Humpty Dumpty did a dance. That's why I have to stay alone when this happened, dude. When I get triggered, I walk away. I gotta go deal with myself. Something's wrong. You don't want to see this. Please don't watch me. I gotta work through my thoughts. It's really bad. Oh, no. Yeah, I do that a lot. Anyways, so, I was like, wow. I'd have to, like, step up my fucking game. And I was like, no, I don't want to sit around in the house with kids all day, and I don't want to do all that, and da-da-da-da. And I was like, you know, hey, dude, I'll give you babies, like, right now. Wait, what? Yeah. Like, where are we raising these babies? Hey, wait, what? Huh? I was raised in the woods. No, for real, dude. For real. I saw all this impossibility. And I was like, oh, and it made me shocked. And then I, like, had to come back to life and, like, okay, it's not impossible. It was actually Morgan, dude. I talked to Morgan. She's like, oh, that's a lot. I was like, yeah. I was like, that would take an act of God. And when I said that, I was like, well, God be acting real around here. And then I realized manifestations and alignment. It's like, first off, could you do it? Or is it worth the battle? You know what I mean? And that's where you look at it, is success, right? Is this what you really want? Are you willing to bend and break and, you know, climb this mountain? Because we can go around the mountain for the next 55 years. Or we could just climb this mountain. And that's why I was like, oh, shit. I climbed some pretty big mountains, you know? You ready to face Mount Everest? Mount Foreverest? Holy Spirits are being funny about it. It wasn't funny when I was losing my mind. Fucking shit. No, for real. It would take a lot on my part. I'd have to, like, you know, play the role that I keep saying I'm gonna be. I have to suit up, dude. For real? Yeah. If I want a happy home, I gotta, like, you know, create that happy home. I mean, I have, you know, I make happy homes everywhere I go, but I'd have to, you know what I mean? Play my part. And that's what I always tell these fucking men in these broken-ass relationships, is you need a strong woman to play her part, so you don't have to play so many parts. Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I'd have to become a responsible adult to date you. To have a future with you. Oh, wow. Reality check. It wasn't like that, but it was, in a sense. And that's trying to preserve details, because I didn't preserve the details in the last video. I was just in absolute shock. And that was, it needed to come out. It just came out. Anyways, so going on to it. I looked at it, and it's like some of these things, that's the first time I looked at something. I mean, I didn't have all the variables. I didn't know what I was really dealing with. And then I was like, I went on a long walk, right? And I sat down and I was like waiting for my food, and then all of a sudden it like put itself together, and it's like, this is what it really is that you can't see. I was like, why the fuck didn't I see this sooner? Because they never told you number 1, 2, and 3. I was like, if I would have known that, I would have never. And then you realize why you didn't know this before this. I was like, I would have never. And that explained everything else, dude. The real sacrifice is on, sacrifices have to be made on both sides. Real sacrifice. And that's what I was looking at. And I could internally feel it because I just kept seeing myself flare up in shadow from unsuspected places. And I guess that my subconscious was dropping me, my higher self was dropping me clues so that I could, I don't know, now I look at it, I was like, oh, that's why I had that thought. And that's why this was, you know what I mean? I keep seeing, I saw the Fool, a leap of faith. Nothing's impossible if you're doing it for all the right reasons and not just for your own selfish reasons. And that's what was so hard. I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna sacrifice my feelings, dude. No. And that was the hard part about it. I was like, I've been trained to walk away. I've had to do this so many times. I can be strong. And then I made a video. The video was like, when you learn the art of detachment, it hurts no more, it hurts no less. It's just like shadow work. You get a certain place of your crying. You know the flows of the ocean, dude, of the emotions, I suppose, in that sense. So detachment comes with a super flow of emotions. And I try to explain it to you in the cards, but I can't explain it to you fully. And some of them, they're far more intense to walk away from. I mean, each thing calls for you to detach. And by detach, it's a part of you that's attached to this thing, the outcome of this thing. And it's like, that's what that is. So the detachment is extremely painful. It's like, I can't go any further. I've come too far. I can't go any further. And I've had to do that with so many, my twin flames and shit. It's like, oh man, I worked this hard just to find out I can't go any further. Really? Yeah, but these obstacles weren't on my side, or weren't, I don't know. I guess, what's the difference? I guess the sharing of the obstacles made it more, I don't know, because of what came in that video. I'm trying to preserve details, but what came in that video also was I was looking at Russ, and I was like, I was crying about it. It's like, Russ, this is the same thing that happened with you, bro. This is the same thing that happened with you, and I had to walk away because of this, and I was so invested, and it broke my heart. But you were literally in a lifestyle that it would take an absolute act of God, or the most bravery I've ever seen in a human next to myself, for you to break free from the karmic contracts that you're currently in. And that's where I was. It's like, some contracts, bro, you can't break out of. You're literally going to die in these contracts, is what I was faced with looking at that moment. I was like, I don't know. I feel like you're gonna, I feel like I can't, I feel like you're in a whole nother level that I can't even, I don't know somebody in that, I don't know anyone over there. I ain't never seen nobody in no type of hell like that before. Really? Yeah, kinda. What does that mean? Bondages of your own making, in your own mind. And just trying to sort it out, I got all tied up in it. I was like, oh man, even I can't find my way through this one. And that was what was scary, is I couldn't help this person, or let alone get near it, because I was like, oh, you got a lot of variables that you left out of this situation. I'm having like this whole, I'm hearing the spirit talk. Hold on. Say it again. Nothing's impossible if you have the right person by your side. And some people just need a person to hold their hand while they go through hard times. Fair enough. At that moment I started to look around at everyone else, and I started to look at, in comparison to your guys' self-made fucking imprisonments. And I was like, well, all of you are being called just as hard as me. And it's like, it calls for almost everything. My everything versus your everything are not the same, but it's everything you hold dear. Trusting God with everything you hold dear. It's a hard thing, I guess. You know, in the essence, it's like, you know, when I was making my videos in the beginning, I kept reassuring people that they wouldn't be asked to do such things because they're not a priestess. They're not being reawoken like me. They're not the highest. They're not the high priestess. They're not Lilith. They're not of the highest, you know, esteem. But then we started going into the books, and I started to realize this is actually for everybody, not just me. And then you start looking at the layers of what they'll have to take off, and you look at how tight they're holding on, and it's like, oh, that's never gonna, no, It's like they're stuck in their coffin. They are never gonna be able to undo those bindings. They are like totally in the sun. Somebody has removed their heart and their brain. They are like zombies. Really? Yeah, there was a lot to it. I don't know. And it's really funny because it's like, my life doesn't look like shit compared to yours. Yeah, it's going to take an act of God on your part. But luckily, I work with that guy. I knew it. It was going to come out no matter what. Did you see it? Oh, God, dude. I'd have to break all my rules. I'd have to go into the absolute unknown, bro. It's literally unknown. I'd have to try something I've never tried before. It would take, and I'd have to tiptoe lightly because there's too much to lose. It's like climbing the biggest mountain, bro. Like, you can't wake the beast. Oh, shit. It's so faded, dude. I saw it in there, and it came out of the middle of the deck. You saw it? It was like, bing! I mean, I'm not jumping off no fucking... I'm not Thelma and Louising unless we're ride or die, bro. And Pac's playing the music. I mean, fuck. What does that have to do with it? You have to catch earlier's video. It all came to me in these visions. Gosh, damn it. That's where it was. I was like, oh, I'll never stop loving you. That's what I said. I just gotta stop wanting you. Oh, fuck. You need a strong woman in your life, bro. Fuck. You made me for this type shit, dude. Like, no way. The kids love me. Oh, man. Do you have illegitimate kids and shit? Oh, man. God's having a laughy laugh. And I feel it, but fucking shit, there's a brain in here that you're fucking up real bad. What is this? It's the Fool. All stories. It's the sign of Aries. We're in the full moon of what? Aries. Oh, man. Is it really that literal? It literally is, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm just like quiet as fuck. There's stuff going on. I can hear the spirit speaking, but I'm not repeating it all. Why? Because it's speaking me down. It's not speaking to you, it's speaking to me. Do we want it out of this one or this one? Well, let's talk about it in this one. Why? Because look at it. It came from here. You must talk about where you came from, your home. Fucking shit. Alright, the Fool symbolized the Big Bang, the creation of our universe. According to the theory, the universe was born in a single cataclysmic expansion or explosion around 14 billion years ago. According to theory. So, theory, we can say that it was as many years as we want, but we're going to round it up to the highest number and divide it by 3. Shut up, dude. How did they put this together? Where did they come up with this? Because everything's made of the same thing, which is light, the particle of light, which is what? Adam and Eve. Adam and Lilith, to be honest. We were made of the same shit. I am the light. I tried to tell you that in Joe Bart's video earlier. Yeah, I talked about that in my video earlier in Joe Bart, and I told you all the time, we're just part of this explosion of light. And like all light, we return back to the darkness. Yeah. Pretty dark down here. Alright, moving on. The quantum fool, what is it? Yeah. The quantum fool represents something new that has emerged. That butterfly, I know, and then I was walking and I had fucking dragonflies all in my face again. The butterfly struggling forth from its chrysalis. The fool has no fear because it has no life experience. That's pretty much me. I mean, no, I'm pretty scared, actually. It's not me, it's my mind. I'm scared of everything. But I don't have any real, I mean, I have memories and stuff, but I don't have the feeling or the knowing of what this feels like and, you know, the after effect of this. I know I've done it, but I don't know the feeling of doing this. It's all about a feeling. It's like you've done this before. I want to feel like what it feels like to do this. But you've done it before. Do you know what amnesia is? It's like a new life. Like, I'm doing this for the first time. Like, dude, we did this last week. No, that wasn't me.
I need to get to the school early tomorrow.
I know, you told me some crazy shit like that. That's crazy. Alright, anyways, how early?
Before 8 o'clock.
That's early.
Then we get out at 11:30.
That's even worse. He sees things as they are, even if he does not have the wisdom to understand them. That's it, too. I just see things, you know, as they are. I don't even understand what the fuck is happening right now. I just watch it. And that's just totally being a star in the sky. That's my purpose, dude, just to watch shit go by. That's all they do. Do you know what the Ascending Masters do? Do you know what everybody does? They watch the human experience. And they watch the universe breathe. They watch God work. Because everything's moved. It's all heart movement, right? So we're all connected to God except for you. True story. All higher beings are connected to a higher source. You're just the lowest of the low. How low can you go? But anyways, we're all guided by our heart. So we're just, you know, following God's guidance all through the universe, doing little tasks and stuff. And we run across each other and, no, my spirit, or, you know, God set me on a task. God set me on a side quest. God set me on a journey. I'm traveling through the galaxy. I'm doing this. But in the essence, we just do what God says. You guys don't do anything God says and act fucking fools, so we would really like to tune into this channel. We try to do it in other places, and that's where things get bad. Really? Yeah, it's like, oh, the humans did it. Your chosen ones did it. Nope. Says no. Said, I'll take care of them later. You better stop that now. Something like that. Moving on. Even if I do not have the wisdom to understand. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I just know where I'm at. Where are you going with this? Wherever God says, my next side quest, there I am, ready to take this leap into life with my new self, new identity. You may be feeling as though everything familiar has lost its color and meaning, leaving you restless, disconnected, or even ill. Ew. You have an overwhelming conviction that you need to seek out exciting new horizons in order for you to become more fulfilled and truly alive. This is a call from the universe, ready or not. Ready or not, here they come. You can't hide. Gonna find you. Stop singing through me. I'm not a singer. I'm a songwriter. Don't make me sing. Just kidding. Ready or not, powerful forces are working in your life with a period of chaos, painfully breaking down the old order, the order of the Phoenix, so that a new one can emerge. The Fool is a total free spirit, open and spontaneous. That's me. That's why you're like, you're so fucking foolish. Such a fucking child. This is that. You're just mad because I can do what I want. I don't. I do what God says. And I wish I didn't. Sometimes like, why'd you make me do that? So you could learn a lesson. Which is something you have lost. I know. Don't you just want to listen to God and have Him drag you around through life? It's so fun. He asks you to take a leap of faith without worrying about what other people will think. Well, I don't give a shit what you think if I go play, you know, stepmother and fucking do all kinds of weird shit. Fucking have a fucking holly jolly Christmas and shit. anyways, we're gonna. Oh. I just don't know how much baggage you came with. I need to clear out some space. I think I need more space for more. But in the essence, I can't manifest when I don't know how big of a picture I need to paint here with my mind. I can't paint this picture in my mind when I don't even know what it looks like. And you just threw in a whole, fuck off, fucking caravan of kids, fucking Dodge Caravan full of kids. I'm like, hold on a second. I wasn't ready. What the fuck you talking, bitch? You've just been saying you wanted this your whole life. I'm about to bring you a whole family, and we can have more. Hold on. I'm scared. I was just experimenting with my life. It's pretty much what you missed, but it was much worse than I'm experiencing right now. Really? Something like that? I don't know. You didn't see that coming? Not in the full spectrum of, no, yours, mine, and ours, and let's have some more, and let's do... Whoa, hold on. It's not like I couldn't... I just wasn't ready. When are you going to be ready for some shit like... When are you going to be ready to play house? Still being a child. I'm trying to grow up here. Just kidding. Move on. Anyways, you guys need to... Yeah. The Fool is a totally free spirit. Yeah. He asks you to take a leap of faith without worrying about what other people think. All the great innovators and visionaries of the world have been called fools by the less daring. You guys would never dare to do such things. That's the truth. It's really funny. I was asking someone to play stepdad, and I didn't realize I might end up paying somebody's stepmom. I was like, oh, wow. Well, kids love me. I can do this. For sure. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what? Taking risks and creative expressions are needed to renew your life. This is risky. Risky business. At least there's life experience, right? You have experience with children. I guess you need that kind of experience to have a family. Freaking me out, bro. This whole thing is freaking... Reverse meaning. Reverse. The Fool suggests that you may be acting like a selfish, immature fool with no regard for the consequences of your actions. That's true. Look where you're going or you will trip up. Depending on the surrounding cards, somebody may be trying to take advantage of you. And if you're offered an opportunity that sounds too good to be true, it is. Yeah, that could be too good to be true. No, you know what? In the essence, what I saw it was impossible. I've always seen impossibilities. This one was just a new form of impossible. But like every impossibility that I face, and that's where I was struggling, it's like, if you want it bad enough, are you willing to go through this wall too? And, alright, so, even if I don't have to, it just shows the world and the universe that this wouldn't stop me. Something like this wouldn't stop me. It's not that I couldn't love a man that has children and be at home to raise his children, if he was to, you know what I mean? To play that. Because I guess, in essence, what I'm not looking at is I want a husband, but he needs a wife, or he needs a wife. I mean, I guess, yeah, he needs more than that. I mean, the children need a mothering figure. And it's not that I'm not, I just didn't... I don't see you as playing daddy with my kids. So kind of, but in the essence, it's like you're actually showing a fatherly figure by your absolute presence, and that's what that means. And then you just put a name on it, and then it becomes a little scary, like the evil stepmom. Wait a minute, hold on. I don't know, and that's where there's the context of these triggering boxes. It's like you become this. Are you okay with this? No, I don't want to be that. And it's not that I didn't want to be that. It's just these themes. You know what I mean? You have to try on all these different things. And I feel like they're fucking with me, to be honest. But, who's fucking with me? The fucking universe, bro. It's like, have you considered? No. It's like what it would take. No. And every time I do, this is what happens. No, I never worked this out. And that's really what it is, and that was that King of Swords. It's like, is it really impossible? And that's where I'm always on the other side, like, no, nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible. You just got to work it out. You just got to work it out. And I was like, you're going to have to work that out. I'm out. And I was like, I mean, just because even for me, some things look a little too big. Realistically. And that's what it is. It's like some people, I mean, it's not some people. You're going to have to make adjustments for yourself, or to yourself, for anybody. Adjustments are fine. Sacrificing is fine, as long as it's done healthily and respectfully, and not constantly and abused. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I have to change a lot. I'd have to step up. I'd have to change a lot of my ways to be in a, you know what I mean? To have a future with this. I didn't see that. Which is good. It's an eye-opener. Realistically. It's because, you know, we're ready to jump into something, but we didn't really tie our shoes, or we don't, it's not that we're not willing, because we're totally all in, but we're not fully trained, prepared, understanding about what we're jumping into. It's like, oh, give me a minute here. Whoa. And that's it. And I think in that moment you can talk yourself, and that's what I said, the mind can talk you right out of something. And that's definitely what happened. But it is just that. It's because, you know, regardless to if I couldn't face it here, it's like, who's to say? And that's what it is about karma and lessons. If I didn't face this fear in you, and this, you know what I mean, barrier or whatever, like, oh, I could never face this and this is impossible, then I would have to reface that impossibility either right away or later on in life. Because in essence, it's about pushing through these things that you fear and keep you from possibilities. When you think something's impossible, that means you're kept back from a possibility. Because your narrow mind can't see how much hard work it would take to make it possible. And that's the whole reason, therefore, it looks, all I'm seeing is a fucking candle flame in that picture. It looks impossible because you can't see the possibilities. You haven't worked out the variables and brought in other information, which is professional help. I wasn't really. I was like, Morgan, I wanted her to tell me about, because that guy said some stupid shit about my car, so I just didn't want to, I don't know, he said he was going out, so I didn't want it to go out if I went out. I take people's advice. I don't know better. Stop saying you should have known better. You sound like my father, and it's very persecuting. Don't make me feel dumb for not knowing. I lost my knowing. I just know other stuff. I'm learning. Leave me alone. But anyways, she said, well, something. She's like, what's going on with you? I was like, lots going on with me, but I don't want to talk about it because then you're going to try to make me see it better. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what she said. And that's it, too. I was like, you're going to change my mind if I talk to you about this. And I'm in a certain place in my mind right now, and I don't want to talk about it. And I started to talk about it. She's like, whoa. She's like, well. And that's a good friend. Well. Anyways, and as far as my car, she's like, I don't know, it could be your starter. It could just be some buildup. She's like, I don't know, I'll be over there tomorrow. Just call me. I'm like, cool. She had to come over anyways because she's going to get her car out. And we'll talk about it. I don't know what it is. I really don't. Hold on a second. My throat chart is finally coming clean. That's another thing I had to learn and relearn. Is how to... There. Do all that. Spit up my fucking... They don't teach kids that. I feel like little Nicky, where he's like trying to learn how to eat. Put the meat... I'm not going to repeat that. It sounds very inappropriate coming out of Lilith's mouth. What is it? It's from Little Nicky. He's all, put the meat in your mouth and let it go down your throat hole. It was, come on, dude. It was Adam Sandler. It was scripted to be fucking funny. The whole movie was nipples. I feel like that movie could make some relevance right about now. We should bring that up and watch that. Anyways, this is all about, yeah, take a risk and risk it for the biscuit. No, I mean, really. That's just really it is. It's like, and you just have to be willing for, you have to be ready to serve, right? That was that Queen of Swords. I don't know if you saw that. No, that was another. I don't know if I pulled that. I pulled some cards today. You have to be ready to fight or stand up to the challenge, even if they back down. And that's what it is being ready to stand up to any challenges. And that's where it is. It's like, this is a huge challenge. That would take a lot, right? And then it's like, are you going to run away from the challenge? Because what if it was, you know what I mean? Is there somebody else that you would take up this challenge for? Is there some other reason? Or you'll always, every time you face this challenge, you'll run away from this challenge. That's where you learn your limitations, right? Do you have limits? Where I won't cross this line. That means that's all we got to do to stop you, is draw that line in the ground, and it'll always stop you every single time. And that's where you have to, like, you know, that's why we're pushing our limits and freeing our spirit, and not in the sense of jumping out of planes like Lewis Hamilton and pushing, you know, pushing my nerves, in the sense of, you know, we're trying to push ourselves to higher acts of love, which is just following our heart, is what that means. So if my heart's been wanting to do this forever, I've been wanting to swim with the dolphins. You should, because they're not dolphins. It's a very spiritual thing. Alright, so anyways, somebody could offer you something that sounds too good to be true. Watch out for that shit. And that's it too. Did anybody offer you anything? No. What was it? Just reality checks. It's like, if you wanted to go down this road, this is what it would take. Wait, what? Who said I was going down that dark ass road? Really? Yeah. You asked me to jump in the fucking the fucking Grand Canyon, and I'm scared of heights. Just kidding. Where are we at? Oh my God, Becky. What's that card, Wolfman? I say that every time I see this card. Why? Because I don't have it memorized. I think it says they're written just like that too, though. The major arcana are written like that in this book too. Really? Yeah, I don't know. Is that strength? It's this. Oh no, it isn't. It's temperance. Sun of Sagittarius. Moderation. No extremes. Alright. We read about this the other day. The path of initiation begins with a journey deep down into ourselves so that we may face our darkness, fears, and limitations that lie there in the false personality of the ego. Check. Did that. By descending into the darkness, can the soul renew itself. In the end of the death, the old patterns, which did not recognize the joyful and abundant flow of universal energy, are released so that we may deal with life as it truly is. Check. Did that. That was a fucking death. It was like, oh, you have to see this for what it really is. This is far from the end of the journey. It is a glimpse of what is possible. And that's it. I was like, oh, look at what lies ahead. If you keep going down this direction, what you'll have to face. Whoa. We must start to return to the outer world, acting from our connection from the spiritual realm, and this is a difficult transition, which means the process can often be abandoned or rejected as the ego resurfaces and will be seen in the underworld, which is the devil card, and the tower. What does that mean? It's like we make an attempt to go back out there, but we reject it. Why? Because of our shadows, and that causes the tower, which is, you know what I mean? These false perceptions. The gap between the world and spirit, between our outer conscious and inner self, between fire and water, earth and air, must be bridged and reconciled. I told you we were having a harsh one today. In a reading, temperance indicates that you've been through difficult times, but this is a card of forgiveness, blessing, and healing if you will allow for it. Now is not the time for outward action. Instead, it should be still, listen, reflect, and absorb the lessons you've been given. Temperance represents a connection to your higher self and spiritual purpose, bringing soul growth, harmony, and a sense of inner peace into your life. You must begin this process by abjuring extremes and by pursuing right action all circumstances, which may not involve acting at all. I mean, in essence, other than the video, you know what I mean? It's like I didn't act at all. It's just I saw it play out, and it brought out a lot of fears and emotions, which was the shadow. It caused a tower, and I faced the devils inside of me, which was just fears. Like, this is like, and they were projected onto that person. It's like, dude, I feel that. What a mirror. People project that shit on me too. Like, it would be impossible. I'm faced with the same impossibilities that they're faced with. If not, I repeat a pattern. Why? Self-sacrificing for others. I'll walk away because it's best for them. And that's what I was doing in that video. But that's not what's best for the person or any of them. Because the truth is I aim to make people's lives better. And me being in their lives would make it better than just walking out of their lives. When I'm fully aware that, you know, their lives, all of their lives are struggling. And it would ask for me to play a huge part that goes apart from what I'm used to playing. And that's why I said it's like no more playing around. Hey, you never been on the bus before, CJ? You want to take the bus? Come on, I got some bus tickets. Let's take a bus ride. I realized that. You were going to go outside. Let's just jump on the bus. You never go on the bus. We don't have to go anywhere. We can turn around. Come right back. We can go to the store. Come on. We can go up to fucking King Supers or Walmart. Which one do you want to go? Yeah, you can. They both go there. You don't want to ride the bus? Whatever. I was trying to take you on a bus ride. Anyways, he hadn't been on the bus. I take my daughter on the bus. He didn't go nowhere on the bus. Wanted to give him the feel for it. Why? Because when he gets in high school, he's going to ride the fucking bus. Fucking shit. Maybe. Hopefully. One day. Alright, anyways, that's what that says. Temperance, reverse, suggests that you often act inappropriately without considering the consequences, going from one extreme to another. That's exactly what happened. You may benefit from visiting a healer or counselor who will help you to understand what changes you need to make in order to find your greater purpose and lasting happiness. And that's what it is thank goodness, you know, to be the healer, and I have to do that, is I had to sit there and counsel myself and go through the healing process of all of this. It's like, sometimes we're just oblivious to, I guess it was on the surface. I mean, didn't you understand what you were asking for? Not fully, I guess. I feel kind of foolish about it, but, you know, and that was the way it was so very devastating. It's like, oh, wait. And then I look really foolish. It's like, well, you fucking, you know, you acted like you wanted this, and now you're acting like all funny about it. And it's like, yeah. I never consider what it's going to take because I never consider it's ever going to go anywhere. If you want the truth. I've never considered what it would take to be in a relationship because I never see them really going anywhere. So every time it gets closer to one, it's very shocking to me because now I'm in a new area that I didn't intend to be, that I didn't plan for. And it looks funny because it's like I've done all this work to be exactly where I am, but I don't believe I was prepared for this. And yet you walked yourself into it. Well, yeah, God told me. Said, be brave, go out and have an adventure. I didn't think it was going to be such a persecuting experience until after I come out of it and everyone's persecuting me for my experience. Like, whoa. It's a lot of harsh reactions. And that's where it's like goes back to the fool. It's like everybody has their fucking opinions on my life. And everybody else's too. And I'm open to that, but your opinions, you know, are your opinions. I'm not going to wear your opinions. Anyways, I'm wearing it for what it is. Your thoughts and emotions can manifest in physical illness. Illness arises from directed life force. And that's why I said it fucked up my body and shit. I had an explosion of energy. And that's what it is. It's like, you know, ugh. The worst part of it is the emotional. It's not what I'm seeing, it's what I'm feeling while I'm, you know, running through these thoughts. I can run through the thoughts, but the feelings fuck my body all up. Really? It feels a lot to think. Your thoughts and emotions can manifest as physical illness. Illness arises from misdirected life force, but disease has no energy except for what it derives from you. Healing is brought about by lessons of temperance, by allowing the life force to flow freely instead of directing it towards self-destruction. And that's what that means is when you're built up with energy, what do you do with it? Do you let it flow freely, which is what I do, talk therapy and counseling, and you know what I mean, working through the layers of it, or do you exert it in other different ways that are probably extremely unhealthy? And that's what it says, self-destruction. It's like allowing the life force to flow freely instead of directing it towards self-destruction, which is like, oh, I'm full of anxiety, I'm going to have a drink. I'm full of all of these feelings, so I'm going to have a drink. You have to learn to deal with the feelings. It's really a lot. That's the hard part about it. But as you deal with them, it lightens the load. It's a lot of work what we do around here. Alright, what's the next card? I mean, I didn't read it in here. We could read it in here if you want. Let's see. We'll read it from the beginning. Supersymmetry. Temperance describes the process of blending the different elements of your life together to form a dynamic whole. How have you been tempered by experience? I didn't lose my temper. Understanding. I'm in such a place of understanding where it keeps things tempered. It keeps the temper down. You know, and that's really what it is I gained understanding, and then I had a hard time accepting it. Because the immediate response was, it's a no. It's impossible. And so that was hard. I think the explosion of what it was so hard was I couldn't accept that this was going to be so fucking... that I didn't even see it as possible. I saw this as... that's impossible. That's impossible, bro. Like, whoa. And, what went from there? I was more shocked about some things can't change. That was the most shock about the video. Is like, how is it that things can't change? How is it that there's no way out? That somebody has gotten themselves so deep they can't get out, that nothing will change? Because I live in the world of constant change, that there's always change. There's always some possibilities because you're just not looking hard enough. There's always a way out. But as soon as I saw this, I was like, no, that's impossible. That's where it was. It's like, it's not impossible. It would take an act of God. And I kind of just sat there with it, and, you know, I was meditating. It's like God acted and started showing me, you know, the variables of what kind of shit this would look like. It's like, it's not impossible, but that's a lot, God. I don't know. It's not impossible. It seemed like it. Some things do. Some things seem too monumentous to fucking actually face. Really? Yeah. True story. What's the outcome? 3 of Wands. That's interesting. Why? Because it's new foundations. Well, you know, it's pushing my level of love, right? So this whole journey, the whole twin flame journey, is how far would you go for love? I'll go this far, but no further. Is what I would meet. I would be met with these boundaries where I can't go any further to love you. I can't go any further. I can't go any further. I can't love you. I can't go any further. And it's like you're supposed to be able to go to all bounds in the name of love. Really? Yeah. 3 of Wands, galaxy cluster. It may be obvious that stars cluster together in galaxies, but galaxies themselves are also forms also form large clusters. Some of them are mind-boggling huge, containing more than, I'm seeing 33 on the bottom of the page, than 1,000 galaxies in each billion of the stars. This is the universe on its grandest scale. It takes effort of thought to even imagine the size of the galaxy clusters. And similarly, this card demands that we let go of our self-imposed limitations and think big. You're thinking small, bitch. You need to think big. This is big. Dude, this is like the Big Bang theory. Like, this was one hell of a theory, and my heart went bang, bang, and I shot down. I shut down. Write a song to that. Don't you wish you could? Don't you wish you could just stand next to me all day, writing down everything I say, and just turn it into some great shit at night when I go to sleep, and be like, look at this awesome song I created yesterday. Oh, that's great. I know you wish you could. Fucking Russ. Alright, anyways, going back to it, where were we? It's time to think outside of the box and let your wildest dreams be your guide. If you wish upon a star. Thanks, that's a great song, Disney. Damn, they're trying to get us to be unbelievably fucking risky and adventurous. Oh, dude. I get what a man feels like. I didn't get this. I get it. The roles may be reversed. You may be. I am so fucked off right now. Do you want to play mommy? Oh, fuck. Fuck. My kids don't like me too much. I'm just kidding. It's very scary. I feel like a runaway man. Like, It's so stupid, right? If I say it out loud, I'm gonna sound like such a fucking hypocrite. Would you marry a woman with kids and walk in and build a whole house with them, dude? What a hypocrite, right? Fuck. It's not that I couldn't, I just never considered it. It's not impossible, bro. I'm serious. If I really thought about it and he was like, yes, this is, like, I could provide the house. That's the cool part. I could provide the house. We're gonna need a much bigger house. How many rooms do we need right now? Wait a minute, is there room to breathe? It's a lot of laundry and dishes. Oh man, God help me. I'm gonna need that $900 dish, the fucking laundry machine. There's a machine that folds laundry for you. Right now we'll just stick to the Taliban. I'm gonna use my magical skills to be having stuff to clean the house for me. Eventually we'll get to that place. It's pretty big. I know it sounds arrogant and it sounds so hypocritical. I never considered it. You know what I mean? I want you to be part of our family, but I didn't realize. Oh, man. It's not that I'm not ready to, I just didn't consider it and it blew my mind away. What a hypocrite, huh? No, nobody's ever asked me to play that role. I'm asking everyone else to play that role. I've never been asked to play that role. Just step in and, Then again, I'm really fun. We can play games all damn day, kid. Come on, let's sit down. Let's build some shit. I look at that, and that's so funny. It's like, oh man, that's where all those fears were coming from watching Bridge Fit. I was like, dude, she's coming up a lot. Her lifestyle is triggering the shit out of me. Just sitting around playing with their kids all day. Oh, this is killing me, dude. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit in the house waiting for this guy to come home. Oh, no. Please don't make me do this. It was just smoke, dude. It's just smoke and mirrors, bro. I had a bad experience. That's all. I had a bad experience. I have to be able to just start saying that. That's all that is, bro. It's just smoke and mirrors. I had a really bad experience. That's all I ever wanted was to have a happy family. I just had a really bad experience, and when I try to picture it, all I can see is this really bad experience, and it makes me very fearful. I get very triggered. But it's not true. It's not true at all. And it's not that. It's like, how could I expect you to be a loving, kind, wonderful fucking stepfather and me not be that for your children? That's not true. That's not true at all. You could always expect that, and not just your children, but any children. You can always expect that out of me for any case. I'm not here trying to fucking adopt children and shit. God, somebody give me, I'll take care of them. So that's not true. It's just, that's where it is what if. What would you do? And it's really that. It's like, you can have this narrow mind like, no, I would never date a girl with kids. There's many of those. And that's where it is. It's like, are you like them? Are you have a mindset like other people where that's too much? And that's it. It's like, how can I be asking for that much but not giving that much? And that's where it stepped up real fast. I was like, whoa. Really? Yeah. And to say that, you know what I mean? It's his responsibility to provide the home when I'm really right there. That's what I was like, wow, this is it could work, but that's a lot of work. That's like a lot of equal give and take on that one. Because neither one of us could do that on our own. No way, bro. It's interesting, though. They made movies about shit like that. I don't know. Whoa. Had to grow up kind of quickly. But it says, yeah. Do we want to see one more card? Sure, why not? What is it? Oh, dude, it's just full arcana. What's that card, Wolfman? I haven't learned them. Maybe he's paying attention. Are you paying attention, my love? I am not paying attention to that. Blowing my mind right here. Where is it? As your character tell, it's the Wheel of Fortune, guys. It's fate. Quantum mechanics. The wheel represents the cycles of fate, of chance. Timing is all. Be prepared when the wheel turns in your favor. What opportunity is spinning in your direction? My mind? It's in the cards. It's in the cards that this is possible. And that's what I said. There's a lot of impossible shit happening around me. It's almost like, I gotta be full honesty, and on the bottom is the Seven of Pentacles. It's turned up while the other cards are turned down. Turned down for what? It's almost like, I'm not expecting it, but it's like, wow. Like, you keep thinking, not expecting. But it's like one of these cards are going to say something, but it's not saying anything, but everything is good. But there's a lot going on. There's a huge shift. This is a fucking killer-ass full moon. Again, it's all internally. When you do the work internally, you align externally. So even if you don't understand how energy flows, even if I stand up to fight this battle, and this person doesn't want to fight this battle with me, it shows that this battle doesn't stand in the way of me loving another man either. It shows my dedication. It shows my commitment. It shows my growth. It shows that I'm in it for real. I really am. You know what I mean? And whatever the case may be, and, however many children and what you got going on is like, wow, that's a lot to bring into my life, but I guess I'm bringing a lot into yours. 12 twin flames and a whole spiritual fucking, kingdom. So I guess we could work this out. Either way, they're going to be raised under God, and God bless our family. We'll be all protected and whatnot, but damn. It's not that I don't know what I didn't see like a single man with no kids coming, but there was a lot of them out there. I just didn't fully see a man with kids coming at me. It's not a bad thing. My kids love kids too. They get bored. They'd like to have someone to play with. They'd love to do all that. We're really into that stuff, board games, and we like to keep the youthfulness around. It'd be fun to have someone to experience, because sometimes we feel, the kids are getting older, so they feel out of place. But, if there's other kids, then they like to get in there and get in it. Like, we're going to go to the movie night. They wouldn't go unless, they do. That would be cool. Definitely. I don't know. It was something. It's always something around here. Something for the rest of you to consider, especially you men out there that have never considered it, what you're asking of women and why you're limiting a whole bunch of women. Really great women. Because in essence, you do want a woman to take care of your home and to take care of your children and to love and to care for you. And these women do just that on their own, plus make money. You know what I mean? It's like just because, those aren't your children, you can easily play that role in their lives without, you know what I mean, all of the confliction, where it's just being part of a great family. And that's Joseph. Joseph was pregnant with Mary was pregnant with the Holy Spirit's baby. And he still was willing to, stay by her side because of the feeling he had with her and raise that child as his own. And that's what that means. It's like, does it have to be your own child to be good, to be kind to a child? It can only be your blood and your flesh for you to love and care for and raise as your own. You know what I mean? You only care about your own children that way, or not all children. Where if, your neighbor was going to prison and they're about to take the kids, you wouldn't just grab the kids and try to hold on to them so that these kids didn't get fucked off. You wouldn't just bring some kids in and treat them like your own because you love these kids and you don't want nothing bad to happen to them. That's a big heart, and I would do it. If I could, I would. You know what I mean? If I could save all the children, bro, from what the fuck their future looks like. And so that's something you guys need to think about is, a woman with children, it's not baggage, it's a family. It's like, are you ready for a family? And what you're running from is just an already working, wonderful family that's missing one part, and that could be you. The one part that builds this, kingdom all the way up. And that's just really it. So, hey, I don't know. We're going to leave it at that. I'm going to go take an adventure with the kids and go to the store. And we'll see where it goes from here. It looks all good. And it's still, that full moon energy is pretty moony. Moony. I saw it all day. It was in the sky first thing in the morning. So it'll be up there. And last night we had clouds and rain and shit. So make sure you enjoy the energy. Enjoy your new life and the beginning of this new you. Whatever that might look like to you. And, as we say this, as we're going through the days, we're shedding old beliefs, old ways of thinking, we start shedding. As the moon starts to get, they call it the waxing phase. As we start to, shed until it goes into a dark moon, it becomes a new moon, and then we start growing into new experiences, new ways of belief, new this, new that. But right now we're just letting go of shit. Always. We're always letting go of shit, but we're shedding skins. Belief systems, usually how we thought about it before we went into it, and looking at it differently. Hey, as I sit there with the Fool card in front of my face, and it's like, the Temperance card, it's like, a free spirit is unlimited, it tames itself. But that's it. That's the cool thing about it, is like, you teach children. You don't force them. So it's like, I had to learn this. And I'm a firm believer of that, is like, allow them time to figure this out on their own. And sometimes we're just scared of some shit that we had never been asked to do before. And we're not sure that we can be that person. On the bottom is what? Damn. All the heavy arcanas are down here. For real, I've got the Queen of Swords, the Empress, and what's that card? The Moon. Really? Yeah. There's the Empress again. The Queen of Swords. The Nine of Swords just in it. But then it goes right back into the killer parts of it. Yeah, look. I'm doing this for the tarot readers, not for you. That's upside down. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do some research. I'll leave them there. We'll talk about it, because obviously that's what we're going to go through a little bit of. Which is what? Shadows. Change your mind. We got a lot going on there. Yep. Hey, love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now.